Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am here in the garage, and all of you guys who tuned in to the last video know that we acquired a new vehicle. Now, we didn't say much about the vehicle and I didn't show you around the vehicle, but that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you around the vehicle, show you what we've already started, and show you what we are going to do. There's a lot of stuff coming in, and I was actually able to get some parts, that came with the car that have been a very big help. So I'm going to show you what we've got, and let's get busy. Okay guys, this is our 1987 Mustang Coupe. A very solid car, but not without a few character flaws, but nothing that we can't take care of. There's a little ding back here in the fender. That's not a big deal. We can get that taken care of, but the body is really solid. I was very impressed when I went to look at the car, and these coupes from 79 all the way up to 93 are getting to be impossible to find because they're all on the drag strip, and that's pretty much kind of the flavor that we're going to go after. It's not going to be a full drag car, it's going to be a street car, and I'll have some information later on that you guys can help me decide some things. So let's look back here in the trunk, show you what we found back here. Not a whole lot to see, and that's a good thing. The only rust that we have back here, there's a little bit of surface rust from a little bit of water sitting there, but other than that, everything is solid. No rusted out floors or anything like that, which is good because these cars are starting to show their age now. The ones that are being left, unattended, will have water drain into them. You'll get weather stripping and things like that will start to leak water, and what'll happen is the car will rust out because people are just letting them sit. But this car is relatively rust free. And one of the neat things, or a couple of neat things that I did find in the process, in the back, someone has already purchased the rivet kit for the front bumper cover, and both left and right side I got door hinge pins, and that's very key because these doors over time the bushings wear out and then the door won't shut properly. So on this side, I can even show you what I mean. The hinge pin on this side it's out of kilter. So you see the door just automatically just kind of drop down when I open it up, and then you shut it. It doesn't shut all the way because it's not online. But if you just lift it up just a little bit, or slam it a little harder, then it is shut. But I know how to fix that. I've had that happen on some of the Foxbodies before. So let's look inside. Of course, we'll get all the weather stripping and things to go around the door and get some of this stuff straight. One good thing that you always look for when you're buying an older car is the roof. And this roof is relatively ding free because the roof is hard to get the dings out of. It can be done, but you want a straight car, and this car is very solid. So we have a good canvas to work with, a lot of original paint. And as we get toward the front, you'll see that I've already been hard at work. We have a new fender going on. I'm trying to get all the new hardware because I just don't want to put the rusted hardware back on. Some of the things that you would think would be inexpensive are expensive, and then there are other things that you can get inexpensively. So the inner fender liner, I actually took that out and kind of restored it, painted it, and that's going to go back in, because believe it or not, if you want to buy these inner fender plastic pieces, they're about $200 just for the front two. Somebody has already converted this over to 5-lug, as you can see, and if you look under here, it's pretty much rust free. Only surface rust here and there. Now, people want to know what's under the hood. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to open the garage door and then you'll be able to see a little better. Okay, out front here, the hood has a little ding in it. We're going to get another hood. Most likely a cowl induction, probably a 3-inch or a 4-inch cowl induction hood, maybe a Cobra R hood. As you can see, I've already replaced one of the the headlights. The other one, we're waiting on some hardware that came in later on today. We'll get started on that in a couple of days when I get some time to work on it. But a very solid car. I may end up replacing the front bumper cover. It's a little bit it's a little rough. It can probably be used, but sometimes you have to weigh, okay, should I work with the one that's on there? And a lot of times, the time you put so much work into it, some of these things can be bought and, you know, make it, it'll be like new. So all right, let's look under the hood. Okay, not much to see under here, just a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. It's seen better days, but that's the joy of buying one of these cars. We're not gonna be hurting anything by pulling this little power plant out. What are we gonna put in here? That's a good question. This passenger side fender, we ordered another one for that as well. It's got a few little character dings in it, you know, here, down here, so it was just easier to buy a new one. These are the headlights that were in there, which are very good. They're nice. They're not fogged up or anything. We'll probably sell those to somebody who may want them, but we have already, of course, put in the crystal headlights that I just prefer. So that's that. Okay, now as we look inside, some work has already been done and some work we'll have to do yet. So let's turn the camera around so you can. All right, if you look at the door panels, this is a stock standard door panel. We'll have to get all the weather stripping and things like that done. We will be replacing these door panels. It has the red door panels, which are very weathered. You know, you could actually have somebody upholster those, but I'm probably just going to buy the ones that are already. And you'll know, yeah, I know some people are already like, oh wow, it's got roll-up door. Yep, it has roll-up windows. So we're not doing any power windows. This is going to be a cruising car. Will I have air conditioning? I'm not sure yet, but this is one of those cars you can just go cruising in. Someone has already taken the time to put in these gray GT seats, which are in very good condition. We'll probably just maybe recondition those because they're in great shape. It does have very nice black carpet. It's a little dirty from not being you know, cleaned up in a while, so we'll probably keep that in there. Someone has put the gray dash, center console, has a shifter. So yeah, it's in decent shape. I'll probably replacing this wheel with something a little more sporty, but it has the gray kick panel, scuff panel on toward the door line too. All those are pluses. Someone had already started changing the color of this over, so basically the only red things you have inside is the door panels, the headliner, and maybe the back kick panels. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're still burgundy as well. What we'll do is either buy new upholstery, or you can always paint those gray. So we'll be going with a gray interior. I'm going to show you a picture of what the color is going to be on the outside when we get done here inside. Another tidbit that was inside already, someone also provided the right hand door channel weather strip. Got that side, and yep, this is the left hand. So we already have those things. It's really not in bad shape. The weather stripping looks like to me somebody may have already replaced it before once already. But those door hinges I'm gonna get on those real soon, and I picked it up earlier today. And if you watch this, I lift up this door, you'll see why it doesn't ship properly. Watch this. Can you see me moving that door? Watch this. Yeah, that's why it doesn't ship right. A known problem that we have Foxbody Mustangs. Now I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees. Now I'm tired because I've been down to there all day, taking things apart to show you where we are down there. I'll show you what we pulled off, and then I'll show you what we're putting back. So let's look. Okay, down underneath here, you can see we've already taken off the upper and lower control arms from off of the passenger side. Now, when I got under here and I got those out, the bushings that were in these control arms had virtually disintegrated. This one here is probably the better of all the ones that I pulled off, and they're all, I mean, the others basically just fell right off. And there's a fly in here giving me a hard time. But yeah, the bushings basically just fell right out of there. I mean, they were all cracked up just like that. When you buy those, I would recommend, if you're going to get these bargain type, and there's nothing wrong with these, I will say that. They're very sturdy, they're welded tight, you know. But if you get the polyurethane bushings, then this doesn't have it. This is like a hard rubber, and as you can see, I can just crack that right on off. See that? That's not good. Now, this already does have an 8.8 rear. Not sure what it came out of, probably another Mustang, but that is a good thing. So basically what we'll have to do with that is probably later on upgrade to some axles, maybe 33 spline axles. It's already been converted over to 5 lug. But if you look under here, there is virtually no rust on this car underneath. And I'm so glad, because yeah, that's very important when you're doing a project like this. I've still got to get under here and finish the other side. Hey, what do you think? This is a game changer too. When I used to work on the old Fox bodies I had in the past, I didn't have anything like this. This light, I can put it on my hat, or I can put it on my head. I'm not sure how bright it looks on the camera, but when I get underneath, man, you can see everything. Let me show you what I'm. The first shot I showed you underneath was without that headlight on. You could hardly see anything, right? Well, now I have my headlight on. Look how much you can see. As you can see, this is the driver's side control arm, and I'm sure the rubber bushings are falling out of that one too. But as you can also see, you look under here, the frame is solid as can be. No rust. Someone painted back here. And you can also see that aluminum drive shaft, which is going to come in handy. So what was happening when I was trying to pull the car in and out of the garage, those bushings were so shot, it was causing the rear end to kind of bind. As the drive shaft it would bind because it was turning, and it couldn't hardly get the car in and out of the garage. But we're going to take care of all of that. So what are we going to replace those rear control arms with? These are BMR adjustables with the polyurethane bushings. These are the upper. And these are the adjustable lower. Very, very, very nice looking pieces, and much better than what was under here. So she's gonna ride like a stallion. We have also already replaced the rear tail lights with the smoked LX tail lights. I love the way they look already. There are the old ones. We will probably try to resell them as well. Not in bad shape. They got a little chip at the very top on both sides, but other than that, they're good. But so guys, what do you guys want to see under the hood of the Mustang? Do you want to go with a Coyote? A lot of people are doing that now. Or maybe a Godzilla swap. How about let's just do a small block Ford, maybe a 347 or a 363, naturally aspirated around 500 horsepower. What do you guys want to see? I want to know. Give me your comment. Tell me what you think. What should we put under the hood of the Notchback? Anyway, God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and we'll see you on the next one.